Welcome back into Rover Sports. How is everybody doing on this Monday? I wanted to give my own take on the Alliance Football League. I watched the Alliance games I watched the full game on Saturday. And I'll tell you exactly why I watched the Alliance game on Saturday. It was because Luis Perez was in the game, and Luis Perez was one of the guys that I think has a lot of potential to be successful at the quarterback position. Luis Perez's story, it really connects with me because I love bowling just as much as Luis does. I got a new bowling ball this weekend, and I'm thinking about getting bowling lessons. I'm going to get a bowling lesson in about 2 weeks, so I could totally identify with the fact that he quit football in high school. You know, I come from a town where football isn't very popular either. So Luis Perez, the reason that he quit quarterbacking in ninth grade of high school is because his high school coach ran the wing T triple option, and they put him at wide receiver. And Luis Perez, he wants to play quarterback. He wants to control the football game. He wants to throw the ball. He's a good thrower of the football. So when his coach did that, I can totally understand him wanting to go in the bowling and control his own destiny on the lanes. Then he went to Texas A&M Commerce because of the story, the famous story already, that Luis Perez went to his high school football game. His senior night, he saw all his friends down on the field, and he's like, I wish I could be on the field. He went to Texas A&M Commerce. He won the Division II Heisman Trophy, and he was incredible there. And he probably had to beat out 5 other quarterbacks. He probably had to walk on at Texas A&M Commerce. His family's unbelievable. How his family supports him, how his family allows him to achieve his dreams, and the fact that he even tried to play collegiate football after doing bowling his whole life. He's already defied so many critics. So then he went to the NFL. And when he got to the NFL, he was buried on the depth chart, but behind Austin Allen, who played at Arkansas for 4 years, behind Sean Mannion, who's been the backup there, has played at Oregon State. And Sean Mannion is never going to be a starter in the NFL, but he's a perfect backup quarterback because he's not going to rock the boat. He knows the offensive system. He's probably really good in the meeting rooms. So that's Sean Mannion. And Luis Perez never really got an opportunity to be a full-time. He never really got an opportunity in the preseason. He was stashed on the practice squad. And so Luis Perez is kind of a little bit like a Davis Webb. And Luis Perez is the one quarterback in this league. Maybe there's the other quarterback from the Arizona Hotshots, Josh Woldrum or something. Josh Woldrum of the Arizona Hotshots looked like a Drew Brees kind of a quarterback. Now, I don't think that he's going to be that successful because he's only 6'1". His arm strength is not even that great like a Kyler Murray's. But he played really well. And he's going to have the opportunity probably to go to a pro camp. But Luis Perez is one of the only quarterbacks in this league that I think has the ability to someday be maybe an NFL starting quarterback, to maybe start 5 games in the NFL. Like Luis Perez, if the Giants took a flyer on Luis Perez, I would be very, very excited because this guy has the size. I think he's 6'3". He throws the ball pretty good. I mean, the guy's got good arm strength. The guy is a perfectionist. Being a bowler is very tough to, execute every single shot in a precise manner. And the guy's a good leader. He won a national championship at the Division II level. He's just a special kind of a kid. He learned how to play football on YouTube. He has a special story. And for the Alliance Football League to succeed, they need to continue capitalizing on special stories. The fact that the game I saw yesterday had Trent Richardson and Christian Hackenberg is very, very encouraging for the league because those guys are big NFL draft picks. Trent Richardson had a great year with Cleveland Browns. Then he faded out because he was too big. He couldn't really run. It's kind of like an Eddie Lacy. And then you have Christian Hackenberg, who was the second-round draft pick, who's a big Penn State recruit, a 5-star recruit to Penn State, who had a good freshman year under Bill O'Brien. But when James Franklin came in, Christian Hackenberg's play fell off. But Christian Hackenberg got selected in the second round because I think he's 6'4", and because he has decent arm strength. Now, the problem with Hackenberg is that he's not that athletic, and he's not good at reading defenses, and he doesn't take chances down the field. He's way too gun-shy. And with Mike Singletary as the head coach, he's not going to be receiving any offensive expertise. So, essentially, he's been put in a big position to fail. But nevertheless, if Christian Hackenberg's playing quarterback, I'm probably going to watch. Now, the thing is, with the timing of this Alliance League, it's very, very good because it's right after the Super Bowl. The thing is, there is still, it was on big CBS. They've partnered with CBS Sports with the NFL Network. So you have decent studio hosts. You have good announcing teams, pretty good announcing. Everybody, I like how the quarterbacks are mic'd up. I like the 35 seconds. My favorite rule is the 35 seconds on the play clock. I think that's an excellent rule because it's less downtime and you got to get the plays in early. The kickoffs, I love that there's no kickoffs either. That's brilliant because all that can happen on a kickoff is maybe some injuries, or all that happens is a touchback. And that is so boring to watch. So there is no kickoffs in this league. The 2-point conversion attempts are good as well. Now, the thing is about this league, there's 8 football teams. The quarters, I believe that the quarters might be a little bit shorter. The thing is, it's still football. These guys are still kind of professional players. And when I watch Canadian football, it's too abstract for my taste. It's 120 yards. It's a running head start. It's too gimmicky. And the thing I like about this league is it's not too gimmicky. Arena football is way too gimmicky. There's no defenses. It's only 40 yards in length. It's too gimmicky. And none of the players are ever going to make the NFL. Now, the problem with this league is that these guys are mostly not going to make the NFL. But the interesting news is that they're putting these teams in cities that don't necessarily have professional football teams. So you got Birmingham, you got Salt Lake City, Memphis. These are all good strategic locations. San Antonio. I like what this league is doing. And the fact is that football is still on the weekends, and we can track how these teams perform and how they do across the regular season. I think it's very exciting. I think it's tremendous. You have other YouTubers out there like Uncle Lou that are doing these games. You have the entertainer even streaming a game. And I give these guys credit for trying this. And I like watching the football. I was entertained by the product. Now, when I heard about the XFL in the year 2000 and why it didn't succeed, I think the XFL, if it was done now, would have a better chance to succeed because I think that there's a void for entertainment and comedy in football. And I like the ideas of what the XFL did. I think that they were cutting edge with a lot of what they were doing, with the whole scrum before the kickoff. And the XFL is all about entertainment. And I think the XFL is still going to be more entertaining than this league because you look at these coaches, they're a bunch of older coaches that you don't really identify with. The problem, too, with this league, and I was just thinking how to improve this league. The way to improve this league is to somehow get some late-round draft picks for this year into this league, to somehow get college football players the opportunity to play in this alternative league. Like, I think that if you were If you're a football player in the FCS and you want to improve your draft stock after your junior or sophomore season and you do not play Division I football, you should have an opportunity to play in this league. Because a lot of these guys right now, the defensive players and everybody, the NFL isn't even looking at these guys. But what made the Senior Bowl exciting was that the Senior Bowl was actually an evaluation process for the NFL. If we could somehow get a league to allow a quarterback that after 2 years isn't playing to be a part of a league with NFL talent, here's an example for you guys. If Tate Martell from Bishop Gorman was in this league, I would 1,000,000% watch. I would even seek out this league. When Luis Perez was playing, I seeked out the league. I need a marquee quarterback to be a part of this league. If Colin Kaepernick was playing in this league, I would absolutely rush what I'm doing to see what Kaepernick has to offer, to see how he's improved, or to see if he's regressed from his time with Chip Kelly, with San Francisco, with Harbaugh. If Manziel was in this league, 1,000,000%, I would watch this league. You have to get college football legends to be a part of this league. You need Tebow. You need guys that were great players in college football. Justin Blackman. You need guys that used to be great football players in college that didn't make it to the NFL, like a Peyton Hillis. You need them to come back, and you need older guys to play in this league to sprinkle and make it exciting. The fact that we have the replay booth mic'd up is great. The more mic'd up, the more access you give us, the more you're going to like this league. Now, the cool thing about this league is I want the trash talk to continue to ensue. I want the rivalries between these cities to be very, very good. I want there to be a lot of passion. But the fact that we have this as football, and the fact that football is still going on and we're allowed to consume actual football after the regular season or after the NFL is over, I think is wonderful. We also have college basketball right now. You're going to watch your favorite conference. Like, I'm going to watch the Missouri Valley Basketball Conference. Like, I watched the last 10 minutes of Drake versus Northern Iowa, and I really liked that game. That was a great Iowa in-state rivalry. We had A.J. Green. We had guys from Drake that were playing. Nick McGlynn, Ellenson, the Murphy brothers. That was a fun game. But the NCAA tournament and college and the conference tournaments are still 3 to 4 weeks away. When conference tournament season starts, we're going to be watching college basketball. We're going to be watching the Masters. And this league is going to kind of fade away from our liking. Unless Luis Perez continues to shine, unless we get a great quarterback that comes out of this class, this is almost like a singing competition. And we need a couple of these guys to go to the NFL for it to be exciting. Because the great thing about college football is that we have the rivalries in college football. We have deep-rooted rivalries. We have coaches. It's life or death every single day out there on the college football field. But also, these are the best athletes in the world. And we get an opportunity to watch Trevor Lawrence as a 19-year-old kid that we know is going to be playing in the NFL. We get to see Justin Fields. We get to see these guys. We get to see Manziel in college, Fournette in college. Beasts at the college level. And the rivalries are insane. That's why college football is excellent. Now, this league is still good because it fills a void. It gives us a reason to gamble on football. It's no holds bars. I like that you can hit the quarterback. I like that it's 35 seconds. I like that it's just football. I like that there's some professionalism to the game. And overall, this league is doing a really nice job in the time that it's had. And if I were to rank this football league, I would rank it a B to a B minus. And I think that the league is going to teeter down because we're just getting a jump from opening weekend. You know, everybody's going to tune into opening impressions. And I think the league did a positive job. There were no big slip-ups in the league. So Perez is a quarterback in this league. He's going to be a great guy to watch. I'm going to watch every Birmingham game because of that quarterback. If there's nothing else on, this is a thing to flip on. The way it will become a destination league is you got to have quarterbacks and you got to have interesting head coaches. If you have Rex Ryan as a head coach in this league, you might get people to watch. So you need a headliner for people to take away their time and to openly seek it out. You're going to need a headlining guest. That's how you attract big-time football. And if you're able to get FCS football players that could possibly make the NFL, if you're able to somehow get younger college kids into a football league, kind of what LeVar Ball tried to do for basketball, then you're going to have an opportunity to have this league really succeed. But the rule changes, the way it's been operating, I think it's off to a great start. I'm also kind of biased. I'm rooting for this league to succeed. Luis Perez was very, very good yesterday. Took care of the football. Dominated Hackenberg. He's a guy that I can't wait to watch more of. He's already getting glowing reviews. He's one of the best quarterbacks in this league already. So Luis Perez with a big-time performance. Overall, I like this football league. What are your thoughts on this league? Leave the comments below. And we'll see y'all probably towards the end of the week. I'll try to get out a Dwayne Haskins review on tape. I'll do that probably Friday or Saturday at the end of the week. If more news comes out, I'll release a video on that. So thanks, guys. Take care.